in the news right now, reaction to a petition which was delivered to 10 Downing Street yesterday, signed by over 100,000 people. It's calling for an end to inequality in prostate cancer screening. And to support that, the charity Prostate Cancer Research has launched a new national campaign which is proactive for your prostate. Now, Clem from Hampshire was diagnosed locally for prostate cancer, and he joins me now. Clem, thanks for joining us on the programme this afternoon.
Hi, Tom. Thanks for having me on.
It's great to talk to you. Clem, this whole campaign is a real awareness raiser, isn't it? And there's a lot of talk about inequality when it comes to where you live and your postcode. What's this campaign about, do you think?
It's really to raise awareness of prostate cancer, and obviously it's for men, and men don't often go to the doctor, as you may know. And we also want to have prostate cancer screening as a regular thing. So, just like bowel cancer, breast cancer, etc., they have a screening routine. So we're hoping to get prostate cancer as one of those regular screening programs that's going on.
So you were diagnosed with prostate cancer. How did that happen? How did you learn that you had it?
Well, I had a few symptoms, but I never thought anything of it. And it was through my wife keep saying, you really need to go and get this checked out, that I did go to the doctor. And, getting up at night 2 or 3 times to go to the loo, it just sort of I didn't want to accept it, that there was a problem. So I went to the doctor and they did a PSR check, and it was fairly high. Sorry, it's PSA. It was fairly high. And so I then was referred for biopsy and other tests, MRI, bone scan, etc., etc. And they found that I had prostate cancer. So I had to have various treatments.
So how has that diagnosis impacted on your life? And how are you now, Clem?
Well, I'm fine. 7 years later, I'm still here. I'm well. I go for checkups every 6 months, and annually I have various tests like CT scans, etc. Yeah, so initially it was obviously quite a shock to be told that you have got cancer. Thinking that I'm a fit, healthy male and not having any serious illnesses. Then all of a sudden, your life's upside down because you've got this cancer, this disease inside, which, for me, I didn't know whether it was going to be fatal or not. So thankfully, it wasn't. So, but, the whole point of the screening is that if it's caught early, prostate cancer can be cured. There are various treatments. The later you leave it is the less likelihood of surviving. So it really is important that we get the screening as a regular program for all men.
I know that early intervention is obviously part of the awareness for this campaign. I mean, for your experience, were there things that could be improved or changed? Or, do you think that the fact that you went early and you did go to the doctor, that was clearly important?
Yes, it was. It was very important. And I think, as I said, men tend to not want to go to the doctor. And since I've had the diagnosis, I've spoken to many friends, in my church, locally, at work when I was working. So it really is important that we do go and get checked out. So, when I became 60, I got the test for bowel cancer. I think they used to call it the poo stick test. To go and have your, checked to see if there was any blood in your stool. So having a PSA test is very simple. It's just a blood test, and that will give an indication whether there's any problems with your prostate. So it really is important.
And a final question this afternoon. What do you make when you see that 100,000 people have signed this petition and it's been taken to 10 Downing Street and, we're talking about this on the radio now. You want to speak up. You want to talk about it. It must be... How does it feel to see that there's, being debate generated by all of this?
It's really reassuring, and it's over 138,000 in the end that signed the petition. This is just the first stage. We need to get our MPs behind this. So, it's encouraging to see it get to this far, but it will be even more encouraging to hear that prostate cancer screening is a regular thing and, it's been accepted. So if you could go on to our the website, so was proactive for your prostate.co.uk and support the scheme there. You can, email, text your MP to get them to get behind this scheme. So it goes ahead, basically. It's a great achievement to get this far, but we do need to have that screening in place.
Clem, thank you very much for joining us on the programme this afternoon. Great to hear your story and great to hear that you're doing so well as well. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.